Hey there, HR folks. Welcome to week number 5 of the semester. As is the case, I'm recording you a little video to remind you what you're finishing up and to give you a heads up on what's coming up this week. As is the case, we are in a routine of discussion boards, posting and reading and reflecting, and that's what we're finishing up from last week. I want to make sure that you have read all of the posts for discussion board 5 on recruiting by Sunday night, hopefully tonight as you're looking at this video. You want to make sure that if you're part of Team 1 who led the discussion on recruiting, that you're thinking about your topic lead or your team lead 1 Dropbox. That should be due by this time next week. Hopefully you got it in Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday perhaps. But until this time next week, all week long, you can be working on that. Remember that should, for each one of you submitting your own Dropbox, you should give me the articles, the URLs, the overview that you prepared, the discussions that you prepared, questions, then a summary of what you learned and how you think that the week went overall, and then finally a list of all of the members of your team and what they contributed during the research week and during the discussion week. That should be in sometime during this week. If you're in Team 1, if you're in Teams 2 through whatever, don't worry about it yet. Your turn will come. So that'll get us caught up from last week. Also make sure that you are finishing up your professional paper. We've extended the deadline on that until Sunday the 21st, probably a week from now if you're looking at this on Sunday. So this week, get it wrapped up, submit it. You can submit it twice if you want to. It'll replace the first one when you submit the second one. This week we got discussion number 6, which is on selection and interviewing. A little bit last week in recruiting we got into interviewing and so forth, so we want to really focus on the process of interviewing and HR's role in that, and the process of selecting the candidate and HR's role in that. Team 2 is leading that and got a good job of getting the information. So summarizing the teams so far, if you're in team number 1 this week, you're submitting your team lead Dropbox. If you're in team number 2, you're active in the discussion board. If you're in team number 3, you're researching next week's topic on training and development, and you're submitting all your information about that. Make sure that you've got your first post on the discussion board, no matter what team you're in, by Tuesday, and then you've got a couple of follow-up posts between Wednesday and Saturday. Also, as you're finishing up your professional paper, we're starting to think about the second paper in our sequence, the issue paper, that follows out of the last section of your professional paper. So this week you want to make sure that you look at the Dropbox and the instructions. You want to look at the file in our content where I've got a printable copy of the instructions. You want to look at the rubric. And you also want to look at the video that I've prepared where I talk through the issue paper, how to go about doing it, how to format it, how it's going to be graded. That is not due until March the 21st, but go ahead and get started on it. You might have to have one more short conversation with your HR professional to get you started on this paper. That's pretty good, I think, summary of what we're finishing up and what we're working on this week. I'll see you again next Sunday with a reminder for week number 6. Bye for now.